What is nutrition?
Nutrition is the science that studies how food affects the body, including the processes of ingestion, digestion, absorption, and utilization of nutrients for growth, maintenance, and repair. It involves macronutrients, micronutrients, and water to support health.
What are macronutrients?
Macronutrients are nutrients required in large amounts, including carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, which provide energy and building blocks for the body. They are measured in grams and supply calories, 4 kilocalories per g for carbs and proteins, 9 kilocalories per g for fats.
What are the primary functions of carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates are the body's main energy source, providing 4 kilocalories per gram, and are essential for brain function and physical activity. They are broken down into glucose for immediate use or stored as glycogen in the liver and muscles.
What are proteins composed of?
Proteins are made of amino acids, of which there are 20 types, including 9 essential ones that must come from diet. They build and repair tissues, produce enzymes and hormones, and provide 4 kilocalories per gram.
What are the types of dietary fats?
Dietary fats include saturated, unsaturated, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, and trans fats. Unsaturated fats, like those in olive oil and fish, support heart health, while saturated and trans fats should be limited.
What are micronutrients?
Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals needed in small amounts for metabolic processes, immune function, and bone health. They do not provide calories but prevent deficiencies like scurvy or rickets.
What is the role of water in nutrition?
Water is essential for digestion, nutrient transport, temperature regulation, and waste elimination, comprising 60% of body weight. Daily needs vary but average 2 to 3 liters from fluids and food.
What is a calorie?
A calorie is a unit of energy, specifically the amount needed to raise 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Dietary calories, kcal, measure food energy. Daily intake depends on age, sex, activity, averaging 2,000 to 2,500 kilocalories for adults.
What are the main food groups in a balanced diet?
The main food groups are fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins, and dairy, as per My Plate guidelines. Half the plate should be fruits and vegetables, with whole grains and lean proteins filling the rest.
What does RDA stand for and what is its purpose?
RDA, recommended dietary allowance, is the average daily nutrient intake level sufficient for 97 to 98% of healthy individuals. It guides dietary planning to prevent deficiencies.
What is BMI and how is it calculated?
BMI, body mass index, estimates body fat using weight in kg divided by height in meters squared, kg/m superscript 2. Categories: under 18.5, underweight 18.5 to 24.9, normal 25 to 29.9, overweight 30 plus, obese.
What is dietary fiber and why is it important?
Dietary fiber is indigestible plant material that promotes digestive health, lowers cholesterol, and stabilizes blood sugar. Aim for 25-38 g daily from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
What are simple versus complex carbohydrates?
Simple carbs, sugars, digest quickly for fast energy. Complex carbs, starches, digest slowly, providing sustained energy. Prefer complex like whole grains over simple like candy to avoid blood sugar spikes.
What distinguishes complete from incomplete proteins?
Complete proteins contain all 9 essential amino acids, e.g., meat, eggs. Incomplete lack some, e.g., grains, legumes. Combine incomplete sources like beans and rice for completeness.
What are essential fatty acids?
Essential fatty acids like omega-3, ALA, EPA, DHA, and omega-6, linoleic acid, cannot be synthesized by the body and must be obtained from diet. They support brain health, inflammation control, and cell membranes.
What is the function of vitamins?
Vitamins are organic compounds that regulate metabolism, support immunity, and act as antioxidants. They are fat-soluble A, D, E, K, stored in fat, or water-soluble B, C, excreted in urine.
Name key minerals and their roles.
Key minerals include calcium for bones, iron for oxygen transport, potassium for nerve function, and magnesium for muscle relaxation. Deficiencies lead to issues like osteoporosis or anemia.
What is a balanced diet?
A balanced diet provides adequate nutrients in proper proportions from all food groups to meet energy and health needs. It emphasizes variety, moderation, and whole foods over processed ones.
What is the glycemic index?
Glycemic index, GI, measures how quickly foods raise blood sugar. Low GI, less than or equal to 55, like oats, is preferable for steady energy. High GI foods like white bread cause spikes and crashes.
Why is vitamin C important?
Vitamin C is an antioxidant that supports immune function, collagen synthesis for skin and wounds, and iron absorption. Sources: citrus fruits, peppers. Deficiency causes scurvy.
What is vitamin D's primary source and function?
Vitamin D is synthesized via sunlight or from fortified foods/fish, aiding calcium absorption for bone health. Deficiency leads to rickets in children or osteomalacia in adults.
What role does iron play in the body?
Iron forms hemoglobin to transport oxygen in blood and myoglobin in muscles. Heme iron from meat absorbs better. Deficiency causes anemia, fatigue.
Why is calcium crucial for health?
Calcium builds and maintains bones/teeth, supports muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood clotting. Dairy, greens, pair with vitamin D for absorption.
What are omega-3 fatty acids?
Omega-3s, EPA, DHA from fish, ALA from plants, reduce inflammation, support heart/brain health. Aim for 250 to 500 milligrams EPA/DHA daily.
What are antioxidants?
Antioxidants like vitamin C/E, beta-carotene neutralize free radicals, preventing cell damage and chronic diseases. Found in berries, nuts, vegetables.
What are probiotics?
Probiotics are live beneficial bacteria, e.g., lactobacillus, in yogurt that support gut microbiome, digestion, and immunity. Prebiotics, fiber, feed them.
What causes malnutrition?
Malnutrition results from undernutrition, deficiencies, overnutrition, excess calories, or imbalances. Leads to stunting, obesity, or diseases like kwashiorkor.
What is the Mediterranean diet?
The Mediterranean diet emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, olive oil, nuts, limiting red meat/sweets. Linked to lower heart disease, longevity.
Describe a vegan diet.
A vegan diet excludes all animal products, relying on plants for protein, calcium, B12, supplement needed. Benefits: heart health, risks, deficiencies if unplanned.
What is intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting cycles eating/fasting, e.g., 16:8 method, promoting weight loss, insulin sensitivity. Not for everyone, consult doctor.
How does diet affect obesity?
Obesity arises from chronic calorie surplus, high sugar/processed foods promoting fat storage. Balanced deficit via whole foods aids weight management.
What dietary changes help diabetes?
For diabetes, focus on low GI carbs, fiber, lean proteins, healthy fats to stabilize blood sugar. Limit refined sugars, monitor portions.
What diet supports heart health?
Heart-healthy diets like DASH reduce sodium, boost potassium-rich fruits/veggies, whole grains, limit saturated fats. Lowers blood pressure, cholesterol.
What is basal metabolic rate, BMR?
BMR is calories burned at rest for vital functions, calculated via Harris-Benedict equation factoring age, sex, weight, height. 60 to 75% of daily expenditure.
What is diet-induced thermogenesis?
Diet-induced thermogenesis, DIT, is energy used to digest/process food, 10% of expenditure, higher for proteins. Contributes to total energy balance.
What is nutrient timing?
Nutrient timing optimizes intake around exercise, e.g., carbs/protein post-workout, for recovery, performance. Carbs pre-workout fuel energy.
What are symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency?
Vitamin B12 deficiency causes fatigue, anemia, neurological issues like numbness, memory loss. Common in vegans, elderly. Sources: meat, fortified foods.
How do you read a nutrition label?
Check serving size, calories, percent daily value for nutrients. Limit sodium/sugars under 5% DV. Choose high fiber/protein over 20%. Ingredients list first by weight.
What is ketosis?
Ketosis occurs in low-carb states, keto diet, where body burns fat for ketones as fuel instead of glucose. Used for weight loss, epilepsy.
What is the gut microbiome?
Gut microbiome is trillions of microbes influencing digestion, immunity, mood via fiber-rich diet. Dysbiosis links to obesity, IBS.
What are sports nutrition basics?
Athletes need higher carbs for energy, 6-10 g/kg, proteins, 1.2-2 g/kg, for repair, hydration. Timing, fuel pre-event, recover post.
What is orthorexia?
Orthorexia is obsession with healthy eating, leading to restrictive behaviors harming social/nutritional health. Differ from balanced mindful eating.
Describe personalized nutrition.
Personalized nutrition tailors diet to genetics, microbiome, lifestyle via tests for optimal macros, allergens. Emerging field for precision health.
What role does diet play in inflammation?
Anti-inflammatory diets rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, berries, turmeric, reduce chronic inflammation, pro-inflammatory, sugars, trans fats. Links to arthritis, cancer.
What is the alkaline diet myth?
Alkaline diet claims food pH alters blood, fixed at 7.4, no evidence for disease prevention. Focus on whole foods instead.
Explain food synergies.
Nutrient synergies like vitamin C boosting iron absorption or fat aiding vitamins A/D/E/K, whole foods provide better combos than isolates.
What is metabolic syndrome?
Metabolic syndrome clusters high blood pressure, sugar, waist circumference, triglycerides, low HDL. Diet, Mediterranean lowers risk.
Describe epigenetics and diet.
Diet influences epigenetics, gene expression changes, e.g., folate for DNA methylation, preventing cancers. Not altering DNA sequence.
What are ultra-processed foods?
Ultra-processed foods, sodas, chips, high in sugar/fat/salt, additives, linked to obesity, disease. Limit to less than 20% intake.
How does sleep affect nutrition needs?
Poor sleep disrupts hunger hormones, ghrelin up, leptin down, increasing appetite for junk food. Aim 7 to 9 hours for metabolic health.